Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you, Ranking Member McGovern, for the opportunity to be here today on behalf of the people of New Hampshire's 2nd District to offer a common sense, one-sentence amendment to this truly big and catastrophically bad bill. We know the bill is big. I brought a copy with me. It doesn't fit on this very big table in front of me. This bill is catastrophically bad because of what it does and what it fails to do, and that's where my amendment comes in. This bill is catastrophically bad because we know what it's going to do to 14 million Americans who will lose health coverage. The biggest cuts to health care in American history. It's going to hurt our kids, people with disabilities, pregnant women, seniors. It's going to jack up health care costs for everyone. Rural hospitals in my state are going to close and people are going to die. We know this bill is catastrophically bad because of what it's going to do to the more than 10 million Americans who are at risk of losing access to food because of the biggest cuts to SNAP in American history. We're talking about kids, about veterans, about hardworking people all across our country and in the most rural parts of my district, in Berlin, in Stewartstown, in Winchester. People are going to lose access to food. And for what? To give another big tax giveaway to big corporations and billionaires. This bill also is going to bring about the biggest deficit increase in American history, $3.8 trillion, and that's trillion with a T, according to the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office, and it's going to add trillions of dollars to the national debt. So this bill is bad for all the things it will do, but one of the things this bill will not do, and another reason why it's catastrophically bad, is what it fails to do to really make government work better for hardworking people and to actually cut down on waste, fraud, and abuse. And that's where my straightforward, common sense, one-sentence amendment comes in. Title II of this big bill provides nearly $150 billion to the Department of Defense, and does this, mind you, at a moment when that department is in a state of pure and utter chaos under the leadership of a person who has no business serving as the Secretary of Defense. That's a lot of money, $150 billion. It's 10 times the state of New Hampshire's biennial budget. It's also, I should note, $50 billion above what the House Armed Services Committee was instructed to spend in this bill. And I read every bill I vote on, and it's $50 billion above. So I'm offering a straightforward amendment. It's one sentence that would simply require the Department of Defense, before it is able to spend the additional $50 billion, to do what it is already required to do by law and what it has failed to do under law for decades now, and that is to pass an independent audit. This is about basic government oversight, but the Department of Defense has failed 7 audits. It is the only federal department that has failed an audit, and it also accounts for more than half of our discretionary spending. We're talking about $1 trillion. This is not right. If you really want to talk about cutting waste, fraud, and abuse, I'd ask the question, isn't ensuring a clean audit of the Pentagon a top priority? If you want to know whether we're actually wasting money, an audit is going to help us do exactly that. So look, at the end of the day, it's about military readiness, and that's something that our national security depends upon. It's something our economic security depends upon. It's also about the public's trust. Small businesses across this country, people across America, have got to pass an audit to keep doing what they do. The Pentagon should be held to the same standard. And it's the public's trust that our democracy depends on. And so with that, I would say this big, truly big and catastrophically bad bill cannot be cured with one amendment, but this is a step towards progress on what I think we all share, a goal we all share, cutting waste, fraud, and abuse. That is not what this bill does. And with that, I yield back. Thank you.